So old Hamilton's dead. And the general store is smashed up. And there's nobody else here. So who the hell was driving the car? Where did they go? And what had they taken from Hamilton? Right, let's have a little look around. What we got here? The place is a mess. Yes, it is. Thanks for pointing that out. What else do we have? We got... Okay, I can't seem to walk past those boxes, but fine. Should we try... Whoa!
An explosion suddenly occurred outside.
Okay, that was... It's quite smoky in here. Was that out the front? Was that a kind of electrical box? When under stress, Carl is less accurate and runs shorter distances. Right, fair enough. Nothing over there. What have we got in here?
A milkman had to drive by every week to fill the bottles. The fresh milk indicated a recent visit.
Yes. Okay, what else do we have? Need to unlock that. Okay.
Something fell to the bottom of the box.
Right. Okay, so I need to find a key to unlock that. Oh, hello. We have some wolves sniffing around in the... They haven't spotted me. We have a big shed. I don't really want to go and mess with wolves. So something's blown up. Is this a... What's this? Is this a big storage cylinder or... I don't know. So something's blown up. What's that there? There's a broken clock. How convenient. So does that tell me... Well, it doesn't tell me anything, does it? I don't know how long the clock's been broken. Hold on. Okay, it's recommended use a flashlight. That's fine. Okay, we'll properly investigate in a moment. What's this here? Fuse. Turn switch. Electricity turned off. Right. I think we need to restart.
The note explained that the garage and the store couldn't be supplied with electricity at the same time.
I see. So, that's interesting. Right, there's lots to read and stuff in here, but let's, I think the wolves are... Oh, okay, they've run off.
Maintaining his composure, Carl recalled something from his military training. Wolves always stay away from populated areas. Wait, was it about bears?
Well, he didn't recall anything. He doesn't know if it's bears or wolves. And also, if it was wolves, then they wouldn't come here. What the hell is this?
Carl was used to strange phenomena, but a chunk of ice like this, as if an iceberg came out of the ground, that was a first.
That is weird, actually. And there are footprints leading that direction. Let's keep it. Oh, and...
Prince? Carl found a surprise at every turn.
Yeah,
was the camera faulty, or was it a possible lead?
You're a step behind me, narrator. So these prints come from this weird glowing ice and lead off over here. Okay, no, hold on. We'll look at all that in a moment. There's quite a lot to look at. Let's follow these prints. Okay, we'll follow the prints after we've done a thorough sweep of the... So, okay, so the garage, there's a generator here. We need to turn the generator back on. Can I turn the generator back on? Fix generator.
Carl was no electrician, but he could identify a wiring problem when he saw one.
What you mean when there's a massive break in the wire? Yeah, we can all do that. Right, we need tape and scissors. So, and this is of no interest. Right, so these are the wolves' prints that ran off that way. But then there's some prints going off the other way. Right, I'm getting cold, it seems. Oh, torn paper. Let it be known that
Hate
you're...
was in the air. Seems like some villagers barely tolerated each other.
Let it be known you're nothing more than a brigand, a robber, a garbage hoarder, a viper, a leech, a monster. You're holding a knife at my throat. Too bad for me, but... Oh. And then a horrible picture of a skeleton head. Right. What were the wolves were just sniffing around in the rubbish, were they? Okay, so the general store might have what we need to fix the generator, and then we can get some electricity back going. And then actually start reading all of the clues. Got a tape player, we've got a document. What's this document? A secretary wouldn't be luxury in here. What's this one say? Okay, is it the same? It's a different flyer. Quebec's Klondike. Northern Quebec's economy is booming. The north of Chibougamau area's population will soon reach 30,000 souls, among which thousands of happy families will be prospering thanks to the hard labour of their fathers, who will be contributing valiantly in expanding Quebec's natural wealth. Mines and hydroelectricity, hunting and fishing, the true Canadian dream. Turn it into your reality now. The mines sector in full expansion. Did you know that since 1960 Canada tripled the amount of resource royalties it collects? Did you know that the country's true source of richness is lying under our very feet at this very moment? The building of our schools and our hospitals depend on minerals. Exploiting our resources is the road to our future. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, we've read that. Hold on. Did the door just close by itself? We have letterboxes, nothing in them, they're all pretty much empty, and there's, oh no, I can't actually access any of them. What is this, a picture of, are they, is it Cub Scouts or something, or some kind of soldier, it looks like children though, and then what else have we got here?
Jumping from that height was akin to tempting death. Perhaps that man on the snowmobile had seen enough of this world already.
Okay. Let's fix the electricity rather than shining torches at everything. Right, we've got fire starters. What we need in life. What we got here? Screwdrivers, spanners, rice crunchies. Broken glass, that is. I was trying to work out what it was. Right, Coca-Cola, or cola of some kind. Tins of stuff. More tins of stuff. No thanks, I ate too many of those in Korea. Beef jerky. Oh, right. Right, there's nothing else. We might as well read these as soon as we see them. Okay, so this one is a picture of the general store.
A nice picture of the Magasin Lachance store, seemingly taken the day it was first opened. It feels frozen in time, from an era long forgotten.
And then we've got some
amateur hunters showing some pride at having killed a nice pelted beast. With men like this roaming the area, wolves would become extinct within 10 years, Carl thought.
Those kind of photos are weird, man. Why are people kind of celebrating killing something? It says September 1970 actually on it. That's interesting, so it's very recent. But yeah, I don't get posing with a dead corpse. It's a strange phenomenon. Okay, so that says 1946 on it, so that was 1946 when it opened. It's 1979, and that one says 1965, 5 years ago. And this, 1916, is it? That was middle of First World War. Okay. What else do we have? A calendar, coffee, drink the whole pot. We need some scissors and some tape. Is there anything like that in this store? It seems like there should be. Yep, that was not going to work, is it? Beer, coffee, record player, I don't want to put that on, it always spooks me out. Okay, there's some scissors. The first aid. Oh, there we go. No. First aid. Nice. I can't click on any of that. Right. We have no power still.
Carl knew that Gilles Lachance was in charge of the general store.
Right.
That made him one of Hamilton's employees. A very angry employee, as Carl could plainly see.
Okay, so this is a letter from Gilles. You know what, Hamilton? I have a frog in my throat, and when people have a frog in their throat, they do not take risks by going to work. Customers could catch it, right? I'm a wise man. Not to worry, I will have a nice doctor's note, which I'm going out to get right now. Sadly, in the meantime, we'll have to close down the shop, unless you would like to come fill in for me. I wouldn't dare advise you, after all. You must know how it's done, since it's yours now. With kind regards, your dedicated manager, Gilles. Right, so that was very sarcastic, manager. He's got a frog in his throat. Some bad English in this game so far.
The snowstorm pummeled everything in its path. Carl was not surprised when he heard no tone.
Am I gonna... Ah, okay, so it's just... Cool, I can rob the store as well, which is nice. But there is some keys. Excellent. Okay, I'm not going to rob the store, obviously. We've got some drawers here. More keys, nice. Garage key, cool. Customer credit note. Louis Blaze.
According to that log, it seemed like the whole village owed some money to the general store. Carl was far more interested in the bunch of nearby addresses he had just gotten his hands on, though.
Yeah, that's interesting. So I can now work out who works where. We passed 1556 and 1554 on the way, so we know who now lives in those places, which is nice. Aha! Tape! Just boxes of stuff. More sawdust. Okay, we can't open these ones. So I've got two keys. These are the scissors. I don't know why I can't... Got the tape. Should we try and climb this? Yes. Up we go. So, okay, we've got one sherry wine. I can't really look around much. Let's push it back down to the other end. Oh no, I can't. I've okay, so I could have climbed up there, but I missed my opportunity. I don't think I've got the scissors, so I can't fix. It's not really scissors. It's kind of.
It was so cold.
Oh, it's
already. Carl did not feel his toes anymore.
Right, it's like wire cutters, isn't it? Shall we start a fire? Oh, I need more logs. Oh damn, I didn't pick any more. There's some here. Okay, let's get warm. Deck chair, just a nice little deck chair next to the... What is that over there? Some kind of structure, maybe. Right, what we need is an axe, just in case the... No, nothing in there. Okay. This looks promising, doesn't it? Okay, can we... we don't have power, do we? Okay. We've got some general tools. Anything I can take. It's starting to snow. Properly starting to snow outside. We can't access the car.
Staring intently at the controls won't be enough to make that lift budge.
Ah, okay.
The poor thing was out of power.
We need to restore electricity to... At least we know it's fragile. Sarcastic. Okay, so it's a bit of a storeroom and everything else, isn't it? Alright, we've got some drawers. No. 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 Yes! Ooh, hardwire. And nothing. Okay, that's all good. The radio... I should... Okay, so that radio can get stuff. Even though my car radio wasn't picking anything up, that radio can pick stuff up. Right, I think we can now fix the Jenny and... Nice. The other thing we want to do, once we get the power on, electricity turned off, electricity from generator, yes. Okay. So that's cool. Turn that off for a start. Excellent. The other thing I want to quickly do is open the postbox.
A murder weapon. What was that doing there, Carl wondered. Hamilton must have been determined to keep some information secret to post this key. Shame he got unlucky. Everything made sense now.
Right,
Poor
okay.
Hamilton's denunciation was interrupted, and he figured it would be best to lock everything up and send the key to his correspondent, who would receive the box later on. Clever, but not enough. That's what happens to ordinary people playing spy.
Okay, let's read through this. It is as a citizen of the Majesty and the free economic chambers of the world that I must address what follows to the proper authorities. The worst is happening at this very moment. I cannot write at length, but I am requesting immediate help from my country. I believe the free world is in grave danger. A member of my community, the Honourable... Okay, so... That's interesting. So what the hell's going on? We've got a revolver now, and let's turn some pumps on, shall we? And then we can fill the car up, and then we'll go and look inside the old garage and see what we can find. So we suspect that there's some kind of spy stuff going on. Hamilton is getting a bit okay, excellent. Okay, I can fill up a gas can as well if we can find one, and then
Carl
we can...
knew straight away where to find the infuriated Gilles Lachance. Any good investigation would have to start there.
Okay, fair enough. But we've got a revolver now. Do we have any bullets? That's the question. And what we want to do is... Does that turn the generator on? So okay, we've been thrown quite a lot of stuff. Very... Okay, yeah, the light's on, so we've got...
The crowbar was stuck under the lid.
Right.
Notwithstanding Carl's imposing stature, car lifting wasn't part of his skill set yet.
Ho ho ho. La belle Provence. Okay, so I can get a crowbar as well now, can I?
At long last, the crowbar was within Carl's grasp.
At long last.
Surely it would come in handy at some point.
I'm sure it will. For smashing people in the face with. Okay, I think that's everything we can get. I was hoping there was going to be a fuel can in here that I can use to... I can't see one. No, okay, well if we find one at a later date, Right. Okay, so there's a lot of information there. We've got a revolver, we've got a letter from basically everybody saying, or letters from everybody saying how much they hate Hamilton, and there we go. Right, put that back on. Okay, so the plan is to... What is the plan? The door's just closing behind me there. And Hamilton thinks that there's all sorts of spy business going on. We've got a crazy glowing iceberg out the back with kind of wolf prints leading away from it, which we should probably go and investigate. And the other thing I was just interested to... Okay, so we've got some hardware. Oh right, pliers, consumables, one medkit, equipment. Okay, we've got a revolver. How do I... Okay, I got three bullets, I think. Aim. Okay, I can't actually see the... There's no crosshair. Strange. It's flashlight and everything. So these things... and inside the box was... What was inside the box? Was it another letter? Okay. A little bit of poetry. The box. A lockbox. What would it be wrong to look inside? Surely I would find some clue. What did I find inside? I can't remember now. In the box I found a state affair, no less. Hamilton wanted to expose some shady activity by enemies of democracy. Right. Okay, so it was a sealed box. The reckless driver was definitely a fugitive running from the scene of the crime, still covered in Hamilton's blood. How did we work that out? Why the hell did this message end up in the doctor's hands? I'm not sure which doctor. A cold mystery. So some very weird stuff earlier. I don't know the chemical process in which pictures reveal invisible prints. I have to say it looks entirely supernatural. Yeah, it does. Yeah, those prints are different. Caribou, those prints are slightly different to the ones we can see. Okay. Jules went to the doctor's, right. Off to the doctor's I go. And then the other thing to quickly look at was, I swear it said Hamilton was from Chicago, but they're talking about him as though he's English. Okay. Right. Okay, what we're going to quickly do is follow those prints and see where they lead. So those prints are definitely different to the ones that you can see on the picture. These are wolf prints. Okay, there's another glowing iceberg over here. Eastern Atamipek.
Carl felt that the store and its surroundings still held their secrets, and he didn't like to miss out.
Okay, so the prints are still leading off. Let's follow it, seeing as we're here. Let's just get the old crowbar out just in case. Oh Lord, there's a statue here. And a... Whoa, 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 what is happening? A broken rifle.
Carl wondered what the hell could that thing be.
Yeah.
It looked like a man fossilized in ice.
What's going on? Why am I... Okay, I've lost control.
All of a sudden, Carl felt like he was pulled inside a world of dreams. A cold, unknown dimension.
What the hell?
Somehow, self-control was slipping from his grasp.
Okay, this is strange. The prints are leading towards me, but I need to go and find... Okay, what is this? Is this a flashback? Okay, this guy has run off over here with his rifle in his hand. What the hell is this? Mysterious journal. Page
To all
1.
appearances, this was a hunting log. Better yet, a war diary.
That was said with some glee, wasn't it? Mysterious journal, page 1. The beast enjoys long slumbers. Its sanctuary seems impregnable. Ice is everywhere. I need to exercise patience and wait for it to come out, to think like a hunter. The beast often invades the settlements bordering the lake. It terrorizes the white people. They never see it coming, but they feel its presence, a cold dread grabbing at your innards. The beast excites the wolves, makes them more aggressive. One attacked me. I had to cut its throat. The blade digging into its flesh made the sound of a taut wire. The beast is getting closer to the villagers. It moves at night, bringing heavy snow and strong gusts of wind along with it. I tracked it to no avail. I do not know the white man frozen in ice, but I do know this. It is the work of the beast. It attacks, curdle the blood of its victims. White men know nothing of this force of nature. I touched the ice imprisoning the white man. I saw things, but I do not understand them. It was as if past and present were one, or as if I was a spider, and with my 8 eyes I could see backward and forward simultaneously. This beast, this creature, is not of this world. I must find the beast again, and if necessary, eliminate it. Okay. So, I guess with all the references to the white man, that was a Cree man? Oh, a wolf. Talking about some kind of spirit beast. What is this? Wire. A necklace.
What could these engraved numbers mean?
739.
A fresh path suddenly appeared before Carl.
Okay, so we've got a necklace with 739 on it. Am I experiencing the same thing as the bloke who wrote that journal? It's kind of like a trip of some kind, isn't it? Okay, here's a hunter. Right. Okay, we have another Jeep. Is this my car? Kinda looks like my car. Okay. What's going on? What have we got here? Whoa,
Carl had that feeling you get when you immerse your frozen hands in hot water. What happened? Now at least he knew who the unfortunate man petrified in ice was. Gilles Lachance, the general store's manager himself.
Okay, so we've found Gilles' Jeep. But we didn't see... Oh, we did see this on the way in, didn't we?
That had to be the worst parking job
Yeah,
ever.
we did see this on the way in.
Who was Carl to judge, though?
I thought it was just a
It
parked
may
car.
be customary to park like that around these parts. Or not.
That is a terrible, terrible joke. A not joke. And the road is actually barred that way. Well, the mystery deepens. We did have another road path going off into the woods, which the wolves ran down. Okay, we're back. 739. We got a inventory. It's not in the inventory. Consumables. No. Equipment. No. Let's check the journal. The strange vision I had when I got near the ice is puzzling. My investigator brain keeps focusing on a small detail that may be pointless. A necklace with the number 739 engraved. What is that about? A small detail that may... Some of the language already in this game is a little bit naff, isn't it? My instant immediate reaction is just to do this. Yeah, I didn't expect anything to happen. Okay, cool. I think we've basically looked around everywhere. We've got all the clues we need. The question is, do I go wandering off that way? Seeing as the road that way was blocked, but I can drive back. Oh, actually, that's a good point. Let's just quickly look again at the journal, because we had a list of people's addresses, didn't we? Any lists of addresses? No. Okay, so Gilles was 26 and he came from Manistan. He's a wretched man. Misery reigns on him like gulls on leftovers, I'm sure of it. Misery struck again on the poor man. He's now imprisoned in ice. He tried to escape, but it was too late. I think he was being stalked by wolves. Interesting. Okay. There was a notes. Was there a notes section? Documents, yes. Letter from Gilles, mysterious journal, Gilles' wallet, Isabel photo, envelope, draft letter, customer credit. This is what we want to look at. So back in the other direction were 1556 and 1554. So maybe we should go and investigate those places. Seeing as I can't drive any further north, I can go further south in the car. So at least we know who lives in those places. Or I go wandering off that way. Let's see if I can actually go that way. Yes, I can. So we've got a few options then, haven't we? The other thing I'd like to quickly do, just to satisfy my own curiosity, is go back to Frozen Gilles and see if I can smash open the ice. So I haven't actually investigated this rifle. Okay, what does that say? No wolf could have done that. That's very true. Ah! Now I see his face. Yeah, that's pretty horrific. No, I can't smash him. Oh yes, I can. No, it's doing nothing. Poor old Jill. Genuinely frozen. Right. Okay, so let's have a check of the map. And let's get out of that light there. Let's have a look. Okay, so the names are written on the Roy, Bedard, Lamoth, Bluin. The doctor's is there, and there's a side. It looks like there's a side road that I need to take because the main route is blocked. And are these campsites or B&Bs, or maybe places with kind of rests, kind of retreat. What's the word for them? Kind of nature reserve places where you can sleep overnight. So I think it wants us to go to the doctors, and we will go to the doctors in the next video. Thank you very much for watching.